Salams and welcome. Thank you for joining me in another episode of the Quran in English, Basics for Beginners. A'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajeem. Bismillahir rahmanir rahim. Chapter 39, verse number 11. Kul, say, verily, I am commanded to serve God with sincere devotion. I am commanded to serve Allah with sincere devotion. Verily, I am commanded to serve the Supreme Creator of the heavens and the earth with sincere devotion. There is only one God, La ilaha illallah. So the pagan Quraysh are being reminded and told, don't worship the idols, don't worship the statue. And even in modern day times, it is sad to see in some countries where some people are worshipping human beings such who are in small g, I'm using a small g, not a capital G, God, woman, and God, man. And they are assuming that they are gods in the same way that Pharaoh assumed wrongly that he is a god and he expected his people to worship him. Similarly, in some countries, for example, in India or in China or other places, people are worshipping other human beings as gods, and this is very wrong. A very simple rule to remember: if anybody has come out of a womb, then that person is not God. Because God exists for eternity before time and space existed. God exists before the before and after the after. Even one day when the universe has collapsed into a massive black hole, everything will be gone except God. There will be no time and space anymore. When the universe collapses, time and space will be gone, but still God will exist because God is not made up of matter. God is not made up of atoms and molecules. God is beyond time and space. So remember to worship the one supreme creator of the heavens and the earth. Don't worship human beings. Don't worship the elephant or the buffalo or the cow or the moon or the star. Worship the creator, not the created things. And don't get confused. The Quran makes it very clear there is no such thing as Trinity. Trinity is a man-made concept that was introduced into the Bible. But the Quran has been sent to rectify the mistakes of the Bible. Remember, God does not make mistakes. The original Bible was 100% correct. But the wealthy elite people of the world who want world domination and world control, they started removing things in the Bible which did not suit them, and they started adding additional things in the Bible which they preferred for themselves. And remember, the Bible was not written by Jesus. The Bible was not written by the disciples. The Bible was written 100 years later, and even 400 years later, the Bible was still undergoing changes, as we saw at the Council of Nicaea and even after that as well. Books were taken in and taken out. Originally, there were 200 books in the Bible, and now there's about 63 or 70. I don't know the exact number, right? So what has happened to all the other books? There's a question we need to ask. What has happened, for example, to the Gospel of Barnabas or the Gospel of Mary Magdalene and so on? So the Quran makes it very clear that God is one. La ilaha illallah. God does not have parents. He does not have children. God is never born. If anybody is born, that person is not God. That's why, therefore, as follows. Jesus has come out of the womb of his mother. That means Jesus is not God. God does not have a starting point, whereas Jesus has got a starting point. So Jesus is not God, nor is he the Son of God, nor is Mary the mother of God. God is one. And that is why so many of the young Gen Z of the Christians in other nations, even the atheists, are embracing Islam, because Islam is clear, it's logical, it's simple. You only need to understand one finger. There is only one God. So as long as you can count up to one in mathematics, then you have passed your exam, because God is one. This is the most important concept to understand. God is never born from anybody, nor is he the parent of anybody. So don't worship other human beings. They've come out of a womb. Don't worship an elephant. An elephant has come out of a womb. Don't worship a buffalo. A buffalo has come out of a womb, and so on. Worship the Supreme Creator. Don't worship the created things. And I am commanded to be the first of those who bow to Allah in Islam by submitting your free will to the divine will of the Creator Supreme. And when you submit your free will to the divine will, that act of submission is called Muslim. You then become a Muslim because you attain a state of peace by submitting your free will to the divine will. And Islam is the way or the method to show you how to attain that state of peace. And salam is the greeting of peace. And because Islam is a religion of peace, the ones who want world domination and want world control, they do not like Islam, and that is why they promote media misinformation and falsehood and propaganda and Islamophobia through the media, because they want people to be afraid of Islam. They don't want people to read the truth, where Islam is talking about peace. Islam talks about social justice to help the poor, the orphans, the widows, those in need, and so on. In fact, for South Africa, Islam is the solution for South Africa as well as for the world, because Islam has given the solution between the two main ideologies of capitalism versus socialism. Both of them are good in some ways, but both of them are evil in other ways. Both of them got shortfalls. Both of them are very, very weak. But Islam gives the solution. It gives a hybrid model between capitalism and socialism. Islam encourages you to earn as much money as you can. Become a fabulous entrepreneur, make huge scientific discoveries, become very wealthy. But then don't forget the poor and the needy. That this is known as philanthropic capitalism. That means earn as much money, but share it with others through social justice. Stay well, look after yourself. Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen.